Welcome to Secret Love. When a man loves you, no matter how much he lies or tries to hide his feelings, his body can't hide the truth. Even if his words don't match his true feelings, his body language will tell the story itself. The twinkle in his eyes, the unconscious gestures, or the way he stands near you can all be strong signs of love. If you're sharp enough to notice the smallest signs, you'll find that actions sometimes say it all, even more than sweet words. Here are the most obvious signs that he's into you. 1. Try to find common ground. First conversations often start with common ground between the two of you. Unless it's a smooth talker or a good talker. A guy who always tries to find common stories or asks you a lot of questions is definitely interested in you. 2. Raised eyebrows. We often have wide eyes and eyebrows that change when we see something we like. Raised eyebrows are a sign that he really likes and is interested in the story you share. 3. Smile often. Smiling is the best and easiest way to express interest. If you see a smile on his bright face quite often, you have definitely created sympathy. 4. Licking lips in a cute way. Don't think too far. Sometimes, licking lips or slightly pursing lips is just a way for us to show that we are attracted to the other person. And maybe he is captivated by you, just waiting for the day to express his feelings. 5. That is, his pupils are dilated. Pupils only dilate in two cases. One is when you are in a very dark place. The other is when you are very attentive to something. When his pupils dilate, it is a sign that he is focusing and paying special attention to you. Showing deep concern. 6. Sitting with his legs open. According to body language experts, this state shows that he wants to put aside the hidden corners in his heart to get to know you. Moreover, he also trusts you so he can share comfortably. 7. He holds his wrist when talking. When you see him doing this, it is very likely that he wants to attract your attention, impress you, or wants to be listened to. 8. That is taking a deep breath when seeing you. This sign has many meanings. It could be that he is nervous, or he is trying to attract your attention. If this expression happens often, maybe his heart is pounding, legs are shaking, because of you. So try to be cheerful to reassure him. Taking a deep breath when he sees you is a sign that he is feeling nervous or wants to attract attention, which shows that he is especially interested in you. 9. Walking beside you. If you two are walking together and he walks ahead of you, he is the type of person who cares more about himself. On the contrary, a person who likes and cares about you will always walk beside you, even in crowded places, adjusting his speed to help you feel safe. Just pay attention to the way he walks beside you. You will realize his deep concern when he always walks beside you, even giving up his steps to make you feel comfortable. That is one of the clear signs of true love. If you have followed this far, please leave a comment. I want to be happy forever. That is, you will give us more motivation to make more meaningful videos. If you have not clicked like, please give the video one like. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel to support. We will give you a heart. Thank you very much. 10. He holds your hand. When he holds your hand, there is no doubt that he has really fallen for you. The act of holding hands shows the desire to connect and be closer, especially the intertwining of fingers, proving that he likes you very much. Signs from the body are the most sincere confession of a person's feelings, especially when he loves you passionately. Even if not said, every small gesture, look, or posture contains clear emotional messages. If you know how to listen and feel his body language, you will understand him better and realize his sincere love for you. This is an invisible but strong connection between two people. making love deeper and more meaningful. Lily is a young, intelligent girl but always skeptical about the feelings of the men around her. She has experienced a painful love, making it difficult for her to trust. One day, she met Jack, a quiet but thoughtful guy. Jack did not talk much, but it was that silence that made Lily curious. She began to notice Jack's every small action and discovered unexpected things that made her heart flutter. The first time Lily realized something was different was when they went to a party together. In a crowded space, dim lights, she accidentally looked into Jack's eyes. His pupils dilated as if he wanted to attract her gaze. Lily suddenly remembered what a friend had said. The pupils dilate not only because of the light, but also because their hearts are intensely attracted. She smiled, feeling like she was a special part of Jack's world. In the following days, Lily paid more attention. She realized that whenever she told a story, whether interesting or silly, Jack would always raise his eyebrows slightly, his eyes widening with interest. Once, she told a childhood memory, and Jack laughed, a bright, sincere smile that lit up the space. Lily couldn't help but wonder, am I really special in his eyes? One day, when they were walking by the lake, Lily accidentally noticed Jack licking his lips lightly when looking at her. She blushed, trying not to think too much, but a sweet feeling arose in her heart. Then Jack suddenly took a deep breath, his eyes sparkling as if he wanted to say something but hesitated. Lily felt the nervousness in that action. One evening, the two sat on the porch talking. Jack, as usual, sat comfortably, with his legs spread wide open, a sign that Lily had read somewhere that the man was trying to open up to her. But what surprised her was when Jack casually took her wrist while telling a story. The action was not hasty, but long enough for Lily to feel the warmth radiating from him. Her heart suddenly beat faster. Jack seemed to never miss an opportunity to create common ground between the two. From small interests like his favorite tea to big dreams for the future, he always listened and found a way to connect with her. Lily had never met anyone as patient as Jack. She realized that, although he did not speak much, his actions were the most powerful language. One time, they were walking down a small street. Lily noticed that Jack always kept a pace equal to hers, even when the street was crowded. When a motorbike suddenly rushed towards her, Jack immediately grabbed her hand, pulling her to safety. His hand, strong but gentle, made Lily feel more secure than ever. That action made her start thinking about the words he had never said. She remembered the times he appeared at the right time when she needed him. The quiet afternoons sitting together, and the short messages but containing sincere concern. All of those things were like a puzzle made of small pieces. And when put together, Lily realized a clear picture of love. One afternoon at sunset, when the sunlight dyed the whole space yellow, Jack suddenly held Lily's hand tightly. He looked at her. His gentle eyes seemed to want to say the whole world. Lily, I'm not good at expressing my feelings, but I hope you can feel it. Lily was silent for a moment. She didn't answer, just smiled and held Jack's hand tighter. Because now, she understood that the things he didn't say were the things he expressed most clearly through his actions. And sometimes, love does not need words. Just signs from the heart, signs that she has subtly recognized. And then feels lucky to have him in her life. Just by looking at the way you love, you can know whether the two of you can get married or not. Let's find out together. Your current relationship is not just romantic moments or nightly stories, but it is also a mirror reflecting the future of the two of you. Will this love lead to a happy ending, or will it just be a farewell without a date to meet again? Love is not only an emotion but also the way two people behave, understand and share with each other. Just by observing the way you two love and interact with each other, we can predict whether the two of you will get married or not. These findings are not only based on feelings but also scientific, opening up a new perspective on the signs that predict the future of a couple. 1. The troubled couple. This is your type of relationship if there are many problems in your relationship. You often make decisions based on some negative lessons from the past or from life, causing the cracks to deepen. You spend most of your time together talking about your feelings and your wishes for the relationship. This type of couple is often in a blooming, fading state. Less than half of these couples end up getting married. Troubled relationships are often difficult to overcome and easily fall apart, because they lack the stability and empathy needed to go further. 2. The fierce and gentle couple. This is your type of relationship if you spend a lot of time together. Your outings are always filled with happy laughter. However, you two often argue fiercely and then end up with loving kisses and gentle hugs. Both of your feelings are always very changeable. You two often leave each other for a while, miss each other and then come back together. They are the couple, lovers who will come back together. In short, they always make everything complicated, and it is also difficult for them to go to the wedding together. Fierce and gentle relationships often bring intense emotions but lack the stability needed to build a long-term future. The constant change between love and conflict makes it difficult for couples to maintain stability to enter marriage together. 3. The party couple. This is your type of relationship if you communicate frequently via social media. You are a very friendly couple and often go out with a bunch of friends. You hang out with friends, cook together, or go to bars until dawn. You feel comfortable talking about anything with each other. If you have a relationship like this, you will bond and understand each other better. 2/3 of these couples will end up getting married. Relationships full of energy and sharing like this often have a solid foundation, creating favorable conditions for moving towards a happy marriage. 4. The romance couple. This is your type of relationship if you spend a lot of time together. You have common interests. You often work together to refresh your relationship. You both have the same views on how to solve problems. You both try to resolve conflicts by finding a compromise. This relationship has a high rate of leading to marriage and building a long-term happy life. Thanks to the harmony and deep understanding between the two, 90% of this type of couple will go to marriage, and they will also become the happiest couples. What did scientists conclude? Based on the research results, scientists have come to a fairly clear conclusion. The feeling of conflict but passion will gradually decrease. Constant arguments will lead to a breakup. Of course, the ideal formula does not exist, and everyone loves in their own way. But knowing your relationship clearly will lead to positive changes. The way you love and behave in a relationship not only reflects the present but also mirrors the future of the two of you. Based on scientific findings, we can understand that signs in communication, emotions and actions are strong indicators of the possibility of happiness or separation. If both know how to appreciate, understand and overcome challenges together, love will become a solid foundation for a happy marriage. On the contrary, if there is a lack of harmony, the relationship can easily fall into a dead end. The most important thing is to always listen and adjust, because the future of the relationship is in the hands of both of you. James and Emma met at a mutual friend's birthday party. From the first time they saw each other, they both felt a strange attraction. James is a quiet, reserved guy but always observes and listens, while Emma is an active girl, always standing out in the crowd with a bright smile. That night, they talked all night, from happy stories about the weather to dreams that have never been shared. Gradually, they became a couple that everyone admired. However, just a few months later, their relationship began to face challenges. Emma was hot-tempered and outspoken, while James was reserved and rarely showed his emotions. Their arguments became more frequent, from small things like choosing a restaurant to bigger issues like future plans. One time, Emma angrily left in tears, telling herself that this might be the end. But just a few days later, James appeared at Emma's door, carrying a bouquet of white roses and a handwritten letter. In the letter, James said that he was not good at expressing his feelings, but his love for Emma was sincere and unchanging. The two hugged and cried, promising to try for this love. However, just when everything seemed to have returned to normal, the storm appeared again. This time, the problem came from the family. James's parents did not like Emma because they thought she was too different and outstanding compared to a quiet guy like James. Meanwhile, Emma's friends thought James wasn't strong enough to keep a girl like her. The pressure from all the judgments made both of them think about letting go many times. But an unexpected trip changed everything. They decided to spend a week together, away from judgment and pressure. During the trip, James and Emma discovered things they had in common that they had never realized before. They both love nature, dream of a small house in the pine forest, and peaceful mornings with a cup of coffee. It was at this moment that they realized that love is not about perfection, but about acceptance and companionship. However, the final challenge was not over yet. One day, Emma discovered that James kept an old photo of his ex-lover in his wallet. Although James explained that it was just a memory, Emma still felt hurt. She began to doubt James's feelings, and the arguments continued. In anger, Emma shouted, "If you still love her, why are you still with me?" James was silent. His eyes seemed to want to say something but couldn't. A few days later, Emma received a letter from James. In the letter, he explained that the photo was not a memory of his ex, but a reminder to cherish what he had now. James had lost someone because of his indifference and he did not want to repeat that mistake with Emma. The confession made Emma cry. She understood that James loved her in his own way, deeply and sincerely. In the end, Emma and James decided to overcome all difficulties to be together. They were not a perfect couple, but they always knew how to make up for each other, grow and change together. A year later, on a sunset afternoon on the hill where they used to date, James knelt down and proposed to Emma. She cried with happiness and agreed. James and Emma's story is proof that the way two people love and treat each other is the key to understanding their future. Understanding, acceptance and patience will lead to a lasting relationship where both can write a happy ending together. If you find the video useful, please share it with others. Subscribe to the channel, like it, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you in the next video.